Boom, just like that, the grass is cut. But I know for the most of you that are actually here to watch the install for the RV clean out, you can go ahead and jump to this time right here. Cue Willow. So here we are back on a different day. Hey y'all, welcome back to another Daily Scuttlebutt. Oh, no, wait just a second. That's our other channel. I'm just messing with you. So yeah, actually, if you did not know, we do have a side channel. It's called The Daily Scuttlebutt with IFF, or Ivy's Family Factotum. All right, you can go check us out there. That's just where we share some behind the scenes knowledge and such. So as of right now, it's just a one-click go. No editing unless something happens to my phone to where I do have to edit. But normally it's no frills, no deals, no nothing. It's just knowledge and spilling the beans and just, yeah, all those things to where if you want to know what's going on here a little more in detail, you have to go over there to check it out. All right, so go check that out. We definitely appreciate that. But what am I doing today? So today I'm getting the RV little septic thing, getting that going. Can't talk today, but that's all right. So I don't know if you can see up above us, but it looks like it's about to rain. And as you can also see behind me, I got some grass that needs to be cut. So I'm gonna knock that out first, get some grass cut, and then I'm gonna get to digging to get this septic sewer thing, RV clean out station, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get that going. So it's one more item off of the honey to-do list, or whatever you want to call it, before we get here full time. So let's get to work. Boom, just like that, the grass is cut. But if you are here to watch the entire journey of what we got going on, I definitely appreciate y'all. Go ahead and just keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to skip around. Just watch the whole process, because that's the whole point of this. We show the entire process from start to finish. And obviously, for me to do this, I don't want to be working in grass that's 2 feet tall. But as you can tell from the weather that I showed you earlier, that it's about to rain, and I'd really like to get a little bit of a path cut on the other portion. So I'm going to cut that first as well, all part of the journey. And then I'm going to jump into that. But like I said, if you're here only to watch that portion, I do have that time that you had seen. So go ahead and skip to that and go watch it. But all right, I'm going to take a quick break and then get back to mowing and then jump into the RV clean out. All right, all the grass that I need to cut is cut. So now we're on to the main project. So definitely appreciate y'all that stuck around for that. But before I can get started on that, we need to figure out where the intake is, or where the pipe goes into the tank. That way I can dig in the right spot. But I'm also going to dig up a decent sized hole. But let's go ahead and get all the stuff over there, and then we'll start digging. And of course, just like clockwork, all the digging supplies are up at the front of the property because that's where we've been working. Not at the back of the property where we're at now, or middle of the property, I guess. Back of the property goes to the other side of the ridge. But anyway, let's go across the creek so we can get over to grab some shovels and such. Okay, so those of you that skipped ahead, welcome back to the journey. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the main project of getting this RV dump station put in. So before I can do that, I need to figure out where the other line is. Let's go check it out. So I have my main tank, septic tank here, and I want to tie in to the line that's coming into the front of the tank. So I would assume that it's right here towards the middle, but not 100% certain on that. But I think I know a way that I can figure out where it's at. So up here is the broken line that was coming from what used to be a house. And this was the really thin, just the cheapest PVC that you can get. But you can see it does go in a line. So I went ahead and got my new pipe, which is a lot thicker, and kind of put it in line with the old pipe, if you can kind of see that, to get me somewhat close. And where that points is really close to just the side of that lid. So boom, we're gonna start digging right here. Whew. All right, so I found the pipe. Now I just gotta clean up around it, and I'm gonna have to look and see like what type of connection is going actually to the tank, because I don't want to be gluing onto that pipe, or at least not a lot of it, because that's really, really thin, really, really cheap PVC. And I'd rather have the nice and strong, really thick PVC instead. So let's get the rest of this dug up, get it cleaned out. Whew, all right. As I finish digging out this hole, hopefully you guys can tell on camera. If you can't tell that way, here, let me put you this way. See if you can see what I'm seeing. Can you guys see there? So obviously I'm digging this up, getting this out. So I tell you, this is the cheapest PVC piping that you can purchase. This one. And it's really, I want to say only about a foot underground, if that. So I know for a fact that, because we didn't know where the tank was when we first got here, so maybe it was our fault. I don't know. It wasn't on any paperwork, which it should be. You know, especially whenever you're buying property, it should be listed on the deed. It should be listed, you know, on the paperwork that you're purchasing, that there's septic on site. There wasn't. Nothing in our paperwork stated that there was. So, and this tank comes from a local company. Well, somewhat local, not local to our town, but a neighboring town. So I know that it was professionally installed, and for septic in this area, you have to be licensed to install septic. Now, don't necessarily need a permit if your property is bigger than 10 acres, which it is. So, don't need a permit to install, but that person that's installed it, it still should be documented with the property. But if you can see that, that's crushed right there, right? So around here, it starts going flat, 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 right? That's going to cause an issue. And that's why I said that I do not want to have to tie into this line at all. So I'm going to cut this and try to get a little handsaw just to cut this out completely. That way I can insert my own pipe into this collar that's going into the tank. So, yeah. That right there is exactly why you should not buy the cheapest there is. Because it can collapse like that. I mean, obviously, if you're buying your own, you know where it's at. You're not going to be driving over it. At least I'd hope not. Because if you are, that's what's happening to your pipe. And I guarantee you, if you're using it like that, that you probably have issues with your toilet backing up. And your sink's backing up. Because that's going to cause a clog right there. Ooh. You have to constantly be flushing out the line, trying to get that that clog where it's no longer doing that. So hopefully, because I know that this tank needs to be emptied. It's not like full, but pretty close to it. I know we can start utilizing it. The person that came to look at it for us, you know, to inspect it, said we can start using it right away once we do this. It's highly recommended that we get it dumped out. Pumped out, I should say. So, yep. Let me go ahead and get this finished. Digging this out. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're here to watch this whole process, I will say that I apologize. You're probably going to click off right away, but you should know from the title regardless. This is a multi-part project because I don't have the concrete that I need to be doing this. But for right now, I'm going to try to get this pipe out, get my stuff installed, and then I'm going to have to get the other stuff to actually make the concrete portion of this project. So, part 1, getting the piping done. Part 2, getting the concrete portion, because I want it to be, you know, a square box, but I also want it to have like a little lip around it. So the concrete I'm going to have right to where it's sloped going towards the drain. See what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I have this Y that's going in here. This is going to be capped off. All right, so I'm going to put a longer pipe going out, and then I'm going to cap it. Boom, like that. Cap it. And then this part here comes in to where I have a 45. Okay. My 45 is coming up with another pipe here to my capped clean out. Okay. Now for this, I want this level of this pipe to be ground level. All right, so this is probably going to, well, I know it's not no probably to it. This is going to be changing because we still have to come in and, you know, grade the land for our home build. And it's starting to rain, as you can see, but oh well. I'm not afraid to working in the rain. I'm just going to have to switch over to the GoPro so I can get my phone out of the rain. So, but let's go ahead and get this cut, or I'm going to finish getting this cleaned out, get this cut, and let's get some new piping put in. Like I stated before, I'm not afraid to work in the rain as long as I don't hear thunder or see lightning, because I am out here working with metal tools and I don't want to get hit by that. So let's go ahead and continue to work. It's kind of slowed down a little bit with the rain, but whew, still got stuff to do. So let's get this knocked out. Gladys has so thankfully moved the boxes around inside the tent of where the saws were. I had to go looking for it. And it's in an area that I really couldn't get to very easily, other than this saw that's sticking out the top, which so happens to be her saw. So you're welcome, babe, and thank you, babe, for moving stuff around. Whew. Now I need to actually clean up a little more over here. Clean up a little more dirt, but I'll see if I can't get it cut some before I do that. Let's switch over. Yummy. Just completely full of dirt. Yes, I did. All right, let's go get some other tools to get that ring out of there. All right. It appears that I've cut through that. Yep. Oh, see, wow. Didn't even need a hammer. That thing, don't even think it was glued in. So, we still do not have well water. Well, we have well water, but I don't have the well connected yet. So, I'm using some good old dirty pond water. And then I found a rag inside the truck. Nice dirty shop rag. I just want to get the big stuff out. All right. That should be okay. Alright, so to be able to cut this and cut it straight utilizing my saw, normally I use masking tape, but all I can find right now is electrical tape. So let's see if I can't get this to go around as straight as I can. So I'm just going to eyeball. So the eyes are normally within 1/16 of an inch. Normally. So I know that'll be good enough. So what I'm going to do now is cut right up against that tape. should have a fairly straight cut. And the tape also kind of keeps your pipe clean on the outside. And don't forget, especially on these bigger pipes, use a deburring tool to kind of deburr that. If you don't have that, then just scrape a knife real quick and call it good. We got our, and that's why I brought out a tool. Oh my goodness. It likes to, those really like to stick into the can, is what I was saying. I lost my track of thought. Sorry, y'all. I do that a lot. I'll start to say something and my mind will, it goes, it skips the beat. I forget what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of y'all out there like that. We'll get this nice and cleaned up. Get some glue. Put some glue there. I'll put some glue here. Plenty of glue. And interesting. That my pipe is a 4-inch. These are a 4-inch. That's a union. That's a 4-inch. But yet the pipe is the same size. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, bollocks. Yeah, I mean, you can look right here. I can show you. That says number 4, 4-inch. This is 4-inch. This is 4-inch. Grr. So instead of putting it on the outside, what I'm gonna have to do is clean that up a little better on the outside, because this, I can see now, is gonna have to go on the outside. That's okay. That's okay. I get this cleaned up because I don't want to waste this other section of pipe that glue is already setting. because like I said, I need to put a cap on the incoming side. And that glue is already setting up. So I want to put some fresh glue right here. Put this over here. Okay. So that'll be fine. And then let me get this cleaned up. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And this gives me plenty of room to be able to cut this pipe or cut this cap off later. Whenever it comes time to add on the house or just whatever. Okay. And there we go. So let me get this cleaned up down here. So you go get another tool. So, because you can see, I don't know if you can see this. There's like this, that little lip. That little lip that's right there. That's what lets me know, because you can see that's a midpoint to this side and the other side. So you see that's a union. With it being a 4-inch, that's why. Which I was hoping that this whole thing was a 4-inch system, because I'd already bought all that before I even knew, other than seeing the broken pipe. So I know that the broken pipe was 4-inch. But that's what's crazy, because that broken pipe was on the inside of the union. But you can see that it was the much thinner walled. So my stuff is not going to go on the inside. It has to go on the outside. So let's get that cleaned up. It's all right. We'll make it work. The issue, right, that I see happening in the future is that lip that I showed you is going to catch stuff. Is what's going to happen. Because you want the flow to be nice and smooth. So I can see my pipe that's in the tank, and this goes into that. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't just cut this whole thing out. That way I can use a new section of my pipe so it'll be smooth all the way through. And then from there, we can add to it. So what do I do with the saw? Well, didn't necessarily want to break it like that. Get off me. Yep. This one's glued in. Okay. Alright, so I managed to get out all the little pieces. I had to go get a knife. Little carving knife. But I had to stand on my head basically inside the hole to make sure I had all the pieces, even from the top. Wasn't fun. But I got it. Heavy glue. Lots and lots of glue. Good stuff. And make sure that I can get that in there. Want to make sure I can get that in there. Lots and lots of glue. Yep, I know I touched the dirt. There we go. There we go. I remember the little mops on these things being a lot better than what they are. I think somebody's slacking on their QA there. Lots and lots of glue. Now, like I said previously, this upriser right here, I made it long enough to where I will be able to cut it later to put a union to adjust for the height, depending on our the ground. Whenever we start to level the ground and stuff over here where we're doing the house, which is going to be quite a while from now. Not gonna lie, it's probably not going to happen this year, namely because we need to get some dozer work. Dozers are not cheap and still not getting paid here on YouTube. So we would definitely appreciate if you guys could, share us out. Be greatly appreciated. Oh, yeah. I want to make sure that does not get glued in. There we go. want to make sure it doesn't get glued down. Now, I know that they make the caps that you can put a padlock on for your RV clean out, and it's all fine and dandy. we'll get there some point in time, but for all intensive purposes, for what I needed to be able to dump sewer, this is it. Basically backfill this hole back in, and then I'm good to go. This will be sticking up out of the ground, and I'm going to be able to do what I need to do. I did state that this is going to be a part 1 of part 2, because yes, it is. Eventually I will be putting another little concrete thing around that, but I don't want to do that now, and knowing that all of this dirt, all of this ground that you see around me is going to be changing within the next year. So to put that concrete down now is just a waste of money. So yes, there is going to be a part 2 to the RV clean out, along with being able to put water to it, you know, having the spigot here to where I could have everything right here where I need it to be. And there is going to be, so this area of the yard is going to be like a driveway type area, so not necessarily going directly over the top of the tank, but there is going to be road in this section, so it'll be easy to bring the trailer in, dump, do whatever I need to do, clean out the trailer, have the water, have all the stuff I need right there, and it's going to be amazing once we get to that point. But I needed this right now so I can dump the trailer utilizing this. Let me show you. The portable tank from Rhino. So this has the washouts on the top, right? It has the inlet that I put the sewage in from the RV, and then the outlet, right, with a gate to be able to dump into my dump station. So yes, we have this. If you want one for yourself, we are actually not sponsored by the Camco Rhino portable storage tank, but I will put a link down in the description over to our Amazon affiliate, and you go check it out. It helps put a little bit of pennies back into our pocket, and yeah, because that's where I got it from. But if you want to utilize our link to go buy your own, then please do so. That way, helping yourself, help us. And yeah, oh, one more thing off the to-do list. Ting. So still got the well I got to take care of, and then other than getting our power hooked up, which is coming soon, hopefully Monday. As you're watching this, hopefully our power is getting connected, and that's it. That's all we need to move on to the property. So whew, I'm stoked. All right, y'all. So definitely appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and backfill this off camera. You don't need to see that, but we definitely appreciate y'all for following the journey, especially watching the entire journey. That definitely helps us with our watch hours that we so desperately need right now. So we definitely appreciate every single one of you for following the journey, helping us grow, sharing us out to your friends and family, and just know there's a lot more coming. So check out all those links we have down in the description. Oh, whew, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home and get some nice cold beverage into my gullet. But last but not least, remember to always thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on our next one. Later, y'all.